Hi friends, I have some really cute farmhouse thrift flips for you today, so come craft with me. I'm Sarah and welcome to my channel Primrose Lane Prims. If you like this video, I hope you'll give it a like, maybe drop me a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and if you haven't done so already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Here we go, DIY number 1. So I found this cute little woodblock house at my local thrift store. I only paid 99 cents for it. And immediately when I saw it, it reminded me of one of those old thatched roof Irish cottages. And given I have Irish roots, I had a really good idea of what I wanted to do with it. But to start off, I wanted to give this just a light coat of white paint because it was a little scuffed up. You saw in the back where there was like an old sticker and kind of had a stain. It just needed a little sprucing up. So I'm just taking my Waverly white chalk paint and I'm just going to put one light coat over the top of this. And I'm going to do it over all sides, front, back, bottom, just to clean it up, cover up all those signs of it being well loved over the years by its previous owner. I'm using the Waverly white chalk paint. It's my go-to. I love Waverly's white chalk paint, but acrylic would work to whatever you have on hand. This just brightens right back up perfectly. See, so much brighter. And you can see on the back there where that probably original sticker from where it originally came from, and it just kind of like stained it, and I want the back to look nice and finished too. I usually like my stuff to look finished on all sides. Not always, but most of the time. I think the best part of thrift flipping, that's kind of hard to say. Try to say that 3 times real fast. Gives a little tongue-tied. Thrift flipping. Anyways, the best part of thrift flipping is getting to bring something back to life. A lot of the times when I'm going through a thrift store, I try to see not just what's in front of me, but what it has the potential to be. I mean, these are a lot of items. Sometimes they're broken or they're tossed out for one reason or the other, whether they were broke or just gone out of style. The person just didn't like them anymore and they're sitting on a shelf, and so much stuff ends up in landfills and, you know, things that maybe they just don't look the greatest anymore can be brought back to life with a little imagination, a little bit of paint, and, you know, just a little bit of DIYing. And it saves something from going into a landfill, and it's a budget-friendly way to craft. Now that we've got our little house painted and spruced up, we're going to do the roof. I'm taking this sheet of dried moss. So this is from the Dollar Tree. These are really easy to work with, especially when doing something like this. But if you can't find these, you could also just use the bags of it and hot glue it on. I'm just going to add hot glue to the roof and attach it right on there. I want this to give that thatched roof look of that little Irish cottage like I was talking about at the beginning. And this just folds right over, so easy. It cuts really easy. I've had this in my craft stash forever, and I finally found the perfect project to use it on. I think collecting craft supplies is a hobby in and of itself, completely separate from the actual crafting part of it. I have definitely had craft supplies that I have bought and then stuck in my craft stash that has sat there for 2 years before I finally found that perfect, you know, craft to use it on. And it can add up. Like, before you know it, you can have a lot of stuff in your craft stash. I'm just curious, what is the longest you guys have kept something in your craft stash before using it? I'm curious to see what your guys is. Leave me a comment and let me know what is the longest. Let's see who wins the longest item in their craft stash. I'm at 2 years. 2 years before I think that's the longest I've gone. Let me know. Anyways, now that the top is glued on, I'm going to do the sides. And to do the sides, I'm just going to add some hot glue, and I'm going to put the corner right there and then trim off the excess. And these sheets sometimes shed. You'll see little pieces falling off, and it's no big deal. You'll see it'll look kind of bald in some spots, but all those little pieces that are falling off, I just take a dab of hot glue, pop them right back on there. No biggie. Like right there, I'm gluing down a little piece that was starting to pop off. I love the green moss. I love the bright green color. It's so just for spring and even summer. I love to have that touch of green and that bit of outdoors indoors. But there you can see how, yeah, some pieces fell off and a couple of spots look a little bald, but dab of hot glue, pop it right back on there. And of course, all the little hot glue wispies. Gotta love those guys. Now that we've got our little thatched roof, I'm going to take my Waverly Antique Wax and I'm going to go over the door frame and the window seal, the windows, because that wood is just a little too light. I want it to look just a little darker and have more contrast against the white and to look a little more rustic, because these old Irish cottages, that's what they were. They were very rustic. They were very primitive looking homes, very cozy, and I just wanted to bring the warmer colors in there. Now these windows, the windows and doors almost had like I'm gonna say it's like almost like a vinyl like border around them, and for the little window panes, and I'm just gonna paint right over those because it was difficult not to get it on it. So I just went ahead and went right over it. But because it is that vinyl like material, it wipes right back off. Now I'm also going to take, and I'm going to slightly distress this because the white was just a little too white, because like I said, these are very rustic, primitive type cottages. So just gonna take and just dry brush that antique wax right across there in the corners and make it look just a little weathered, a little lived in, a little more aged. And I'm just going to do this distressing, lightly distress it, go around on all the sides and even the bottom. And here we go. Our little cottage is coming together. And here you can see, like I said, I'm just wiping. After that's dried a little bit, I just take my finger, wipe right over those edges, and it comes right off of those pane lines. Here I noticed that I kind of have a little more distressing around the one window as compared to the other. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add just a little bit more around the windows and the door to kind of make them match a little better. And I'm just using a damp paper towel there just to kind of blend that antique wax around. Now the last part of this project is I'm going to take my stamp alphabet letters. Now these are from Amazon. I'll drop a link down below in case anybody's interested. But I'm going to take and I'm going to use all uppercase letters and I'm going to lightly stamp the word home right above the door. And I'm not doing this super dark. I want this to be kind of faded looking too, because once again we've got our rustic primitive cottage and I want the words to blend right in with that. But I'm going to stamp the word home. And then with lowercase, I'm going the bottom corner, I'm going to put EST and 2005. So our home was established in 2005. That was the year me and my husband were married. That's the year we established our home. And here we go. This once discarded piece has a whole new life. This thrift flip is, I'm going to be using these two little metal succulent planters I got. Now, both of these originally came from the dollar store. You can see the original tags still on the bottom, but I got them at my local Goodwill and they actually were taped together and I got both of them for $3. So kind of a 2-for-1. Now these little planters are just cute as they are, but I just wanted to kind of customize these to fit my decor a little bit better. So maybe this is more of a thrift customization. Thrift instead of a thrift flip? Yeah, why not? New term maybe. Thrift customization. I'm just going to take this gingham ribbon here from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to hot glue it right around the center of my little metal planter. I have a lot of the black and white and the buffalo check kind of mixed in throughout my home. So I just wanted to add a touch of this to these to make it just blend in with my decor a little better. You could use any kind of ribbon, whatever suits your style, your decor. Yeah, the thrift customization. Didn't have to flip this one a whole lot. Just customize. I like that. So I'm going to do that to both of these. This is just a really simple, easy way to take something that is on the shelf and just make it fit your home a little bit better. Even if it's not currently, on the shelf the way you want it, just throw a little ribbon on it, make it yours. Now I'm going to also take some twine and I'm just going to tie just a simple shoestring bow. And I'm just going to hot glue it right to the center of my little ribbon there, just to give it a little more of that rustic charm. And there we go. Do that for both of them. And of course, pull the original price tags off the bottom. And an easy peasy flip customization. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button down there. Helps YouTube to notice me just a little bit more and help me know what you guys like. Also, leave me a comment if you love thrifting and thrift flips as much as I do. Drop me a heart in the comment section because I want to know where my fellow thrifters are. Also, let me know which one of these projects was your favorite. And if you haven't done so already, I really hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any future budget-friendly DIYs for around the home. Until next time, happy crafting, friends!